Here we go. Hi, I'm Katrina Carlson. I'm about to embark on my third album. We have some wonderful opportunities to work with some really amazing top-notch producers. And so I'm stepping up my game, and that's kind of what you hope to do is in anything in life. It's just a process, it's what I'm working on, and we thought you might want to join us. My training goes back to being the youngest of 11 kids, where I was the one who was propped up on the table and sang and danced for everyone because nobody else did or could or wanted to, but I did for some reason. And so I always had a built-in audience growing up, and I begged for a piano. There was no instrument in our home until I was about 10. For my birthday, my 10th birthday, my parents got me a piano. I know you by heart. In terms of formal study, I really did not go to school to be a musician. I went to Brown University and I majored in international relations, foreign policy, and diplomacy because I needed a real job. And I thought I needed to have that real job, and my family thought I needed that real job. But what I always did on the side was music. But I don't think I ever really envisioned this for my life and my career. It's been such an amazing journey, and it's been a really hard struggle, and it's been really rewarding. So Apples for Eve was my first album, and it was recorded in 2000 and put out in 2001. It was my first experience working with a producer, and I went in with my knees knocking for sure. But I knew I wanted to take all the songs that I'd written over many years and see if I could put them together for an album. I really actually lucked out with this producer because what I loved about him was he was, of course, very talented, but also really organized and sort of had a method that I think really is the model method for putting together an album, which didn't necessarily happen with my second album and is probably not going to happen with my third either. With the additional songs we needed, we wrote together, and then I had songs that I had brought to him, and I loved writing with him. A lot of times he would come up with some kind of guitar riff, more than a riff, you know, just structure, and I would sing a melody and lyrics with that, and we came up with many, many songs that way. After we got all the songs together, we did demos of all of them, which is invaluable. It's sort of like storyboards for films or whatever. I mean, if you can have that demo where you actually kind of know what you want it to sound like, it can really help you with the process. But we had to do it really fast and furious because time is money in the studio. Everything except for the overdubs that we did later, we recorded all of that in 3 days. That was just my very first outing, and found a guy who believed in me, Ron Cohen, and we went for it. It was, I was really happy. I'm still really happy with the outcome of that album. A lot of songs that we still play. My next album was Untucked, and I was after a year and a half of actually doing road stuff, being with a band, and really kind of working with the band. So I thought, oh, this is going to be easier. That's not necessarily true. You know, we found David Darling after much searching around, and he was, again, incredibly talented guy to work with. I called it Untucked. The reason why I called it that was, it felt just like I was letting someone into my bedroom where the sheets were out and my underwear were on the floor and everything was untucked. My shirt was untucked and maybe I was still in my pajamas. It just felt very naked to me, I guess, is the way to say it, exposed. And that sort of goes for the whole process, from working with David to, you know, getting it all the way through and done. I had co-written songs with people in my band. I had my own songs that I wrote, and we just threw them all out at Dave, and he sort of helped us cull down, and I'm really happy with the choices he made. He did a great job with that, and did a great job doing pre-production on the albums, which what was first pre-production became actually went right into the production. We basically took some of the stuff that we just did as roughs and put it in there. We got a lot more color in Untucked, I think, where we didn't, let's say Apples didn't have maybe the variety, and in some ways that variety is nice. some of the success we had with Untucked is, we were able to chart 4 songs. It was really remarkable. Drive, which was my cover with the Cars, and my duet, I Know You by Heart, that I wrote, and Benny Mardones came and sang with me on that, and Suddenly Beautiful, and Count on Me. My past projects have tended to kind of have a lot of diversity in terms of music, and it's been fun, it's been real, it's been nice, but we're trying to really hone this one down. Trying is the key word. You do what you can. You try to learn from the past, and I have tried to learn from the past, but I still have a wide variety of songs that I listen to and appreciate, but I am taking this album and trying to get it more of a through line, more of a thread. This is my 3rd album, and it's going to happen, and come hell or high water, I don't know what first, but it doesn't, nothing's easy. And we have a little saying at Cataphonic Records, it's the easy way or the cataphonic way.